Browsing for people on MySpace is the most effective way for you to see the largest list of people who you would be interested in talking to. And when you do a browse, to get there, just look at the top of your home page and scroll over one to browse, click on it, and here you're going to see this is your browsing criteria. Now there's a basic browse, and this is really not something that you're going to want to use in any social networking site, because when you do a basic browse, you don't get very much information to work with. This was set up for women between 44 and 60, anywhere in the United States, and you'll notice down here we have 3,000 people. If you spent 30 seconds looking at the picture and this information right here, you have the name or the headline, the gender, the age, the sexual orientation, why they're here, the location, and the last time they logged in. And you have to make a decision. Do you want to go and look beyond this picture and see the balance of the profile? And as you scroll down this list, you're going to run into people that have all kinds of things going. And you're going to notice when they're online. Now, when you're searching for people, it doesn't matter when they're online or not, or whether you're browsing for people. Obviously, the people who are online could be contacted by instant messaging, but the important thing is when you're contacting people to add them to your friends list, it doesn't matter whether they're online or not. The important thing is that they have logged in or updated their profile recently. That's the important thing. If they were online yesterday, they will be online in the next day or two. But you're going to use the picture. You do not have the time to look at all of these. Do the math. If you spend 30 seconds on 3,000 pages, it would take you 25 hours to find the people that you were looking for. And so we're not going to do the basic search. We're going to do an advanced. And the advanced search allows you to be a lot more specific. For example, you can do a gender search. If you prefer talking to women, you can do it. Or men. You can put in an age range anywhere from 18 up to 68. And my suggestion is go 10 or 15 years. You've got access to too many people. And you can specify who they are, the relationship they're in. If you're married and you want to only connect with married folks, or maybe you feel like, oh, I only want to see maybe some divorced people. How about people that are in a relationship? I want to stay from the single people. But you know what? Because there are more single people online looking for dating. But you can go over here and you can say, well, wait a minute. Show me everybody that's interested in networking and friends. I'm not interested in a relationship. I'm not interested in dating. And what you're going to find is that a lot of single people will indicate they're here for friends, but when you read the contents of their page, it will tell you they're looking for love. Now, on other social networking sites, they have different categories. For example, on Yahoo, they've got 3 categories of single. They've got single, single and looking, and single and not looking. They've got married, and they have married but looking. They don't have widow or widower on here, and they have that on Yahoo. Every social networking is different. You can specify by location, by country. And in the browse, you get a 250-mile range from a particular location. You want to check off this top box. Show only users who have photos. You do not want to do the bottom box. Show name and photo only. When you do this, you get limited information. Now, as we scroll down, if you're interested in searching for people through ethnicity, now remember, this is more for the dating arena. Body type, slim, slender, athletic, average, a little extra, more to love, bodybuilder. If you are interested in connecting with somebody because you have a weight loss product, it could be an idea to put in a little extra or more to love. But remember this. When you check off one of these boxes, it gets very, very specific. Only the people who have checked off these boxes are going to appear in your searches. Now, if a person chooses not to put in their body type, and even though they've got a little extra, you'll never see them. So keep that in mind when you're doing your searches. Height could be a parameter if you were dating. Smoker, drinker, doesn't matter. If you put it in or leave it blank, it doesn't matter. Sexual orientation could matter. If you're straight, I urge you to check off straight, and you'll eliminate some people with other sexual preferences that might be a little aggressive on here. You can specify an education. And here's a beautiful thing. Down below here, again, you can specify a religious preference if that's what you want to do. Every time you put something in here, every time, it filters out the people who do not fall into that category. Income preference. Now remember, I urge you to put yourself into this income area, so this would certainly be one that you could search. And again, children. Do they have kids or does it matter to you? If the ideal prospect for your business is someone that is married, makes between $100,000 and $150,000 a year, then you would want to click off this category, or you would want to go no preference. So let's just see all of the Christians between the ages of 44 and 60 who are women that are online or that have a MySpace page. You just click on that recently updated their page. And you click on this and you scroll down and you see you've got 3,000 choices. A lot of the same folks are still there. Now, let's say we go up here and we say, you know what, let's go with an income preference. Let's see who's in this $250,000 category and higher. And again, when you bring it up, you still have 3,000 choices, and you're going to look at the pictures. Lady Mob. The woman's not smiling. The Davidsons, they're both smiling. Robin, he's smiling. Doesn't look like she's smiling. Iris, mom of 5 girls. You don't get to see the whole thing. You get to play a little Jeopardy. You think, what is that all about? You've got 10 people here. Is it really Sandra, I love? And you have to decide. Now here's somebody, 51 years old. You're going to pass on this one. Little girl. It's going to be the picture. It's going to be the headline. But this is how you're going to determine who you are going to connect with. You're going to develop your own unique search criteria. What works the best for you? I don't care about the religion. I don't care about the income. I just want to find somebody that's been in college. And maybe might be a parent that logged in last. And you've got 3,000 choices. Now here, and again, you look at the headline. Here's Steve. And here's Maurice. And here's Patty. Now Patty is not exactly smiling. And she's online looking for friends. Sabrina, Pam. You've got 300 pages here, and you've got to be selective about who you look at. We can turn around and say, you know what? Show me everybody within 100 miles of my zip code. And if we do an update, we still have 3,000. Well, wait a minute. How about if I take it down to 50 miles of my zip code? Click the update button. Scroll down. Now we've got 2,500. How about within 20 miles of where I am? Now remember, what have I specified? Men and women between 44 and 60 who are here for networking and friends, who are parents and went to college. Update. Now you don't want to get all that specific. I've got 140 people here. And you, now wait a minute, here's somebody that's a realtor. Now what do we know about the real estate business? Let's bring up her page. And when we scroll down, we can expect your source for real estate, a commercial for her business. And she's thankful. And the last time she logged on was in December 12th. And let's scroll down. She's Realtor Sui. That's her URL. And so you would have found her in the networking category because she's put herself in there. Many realtors, when you bring up their page, believe it or not, have not put themselves in that category. And when you're talking to a realtor, if you point that out to them, you can make a new friend. Now, during the course of our boot camp, we're going to do a lot of searches, and we're going to help you develop your own unique personal search criteria. So, to summarize, if you're going to do a browse, make sure you're doing the advanced browse. Make sure you're only checking off this box. And the way you can vary your search results is to check for the people who recently updated, the folks who last logged on. You could even check off the people who are new to MySpace. This is your key to your online gold mine. You have direct access to people, and you're going to be able to tell what their online agenda is by looking at their pictures, their headlines, and the contents of their page.